and gentlemen, we'd like to thank you for coming out tonight for this USL2 League. Your reigning and defending Southern Division and Southeastern Conference champions, the Brevard SC Buffalo and the visiting Brevard SC. Referees for tonight's contest in the center, Russell Miller, Lieutenant Jackie American, Caleb Lewis, and Camille Segura. And now to announce the starting lineup for Brevard SC. Number 2, Zach Ford. Number 9, Andrew Benigosha. Number 10, Takuma Uchi. Number 11, Cedric Fenelon. Number 15, Howard Eckler. Number 18, Angelo Levin. Number 20, Aiden Hayden. Number 21, Robert Frankie. Number 24, Tim Coachelat. Number 27, Sahil Garcia Jala. Daniel Larson. The bar is led by coaches Winston Fenelon and Mark Nicole. And now it's time to get on your feet with the Nico. SC is led by the one, the only head coach, Henderson Garcia. And now for the reception of colors by the Brevard League color guard. Now please rise and remove your of our national anthem. special announcement. We all please observe a moment of silence. Last night, we had the grandfather of one of our players, Alvaro Brevard, his grandfather, as Alvaro Matisse, passed away last night. So, Coach Anderson Silva has asked you all to observe a quick moment of silence prior to the start of this game in honor of Alvaro Matisse for Alvaro Brevard. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for that. Thank you very much for that. Now, I think we should give one big round of applause for Mr. Osvaldo Matisse. Thank you. 5, Enrique Golina. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'd like to take a quick time to shout out our sponsors, Alpine Chiropractic and Wellness Center, the Villagers Golf Clubs, the Links, the Smander, Viva Mexico Taqueria, Viva Steakhouse, the Royal Scoring, and our worthy sponsor this year, Upside Investment. Once again, we want to thank each and every one of these sponsors for helping make this 2024 USL2 season a reality. Offside is the ball. The insurance and health insurance for your pets while wrapping them up for this summer. Also, if you're looking for a snack or drink when you're off campus in the concession stand, thank you to the Buffalo Stampeders. And sport behind the front of that wall. Your purchases will support local youth athletes and principals in the community by athletic programs. is one of them. So you are part of history in the USL today. Referee said the game will be minimum of 1 minute stopping time added on in the first half and minimum of 1 minute stopping time will be added in the second. Oh, good ball to and that's the end of the first half with the score. Your Brevard SC Buffalo 1. Come on, SC 0.
Welcome back to the second half of Brave SC and Brevard SC. We apologize for some of the technical difficulties that we had throughout the first half, but Drew Shaltry and Ben Miller with you now for the second period of play between these two sides. The Village is leading 1-0 after a goal by Mateus Ferreira in that first half. The Buffalo have had some more chances as well, but as they have in the previous two matchups, have failed to score any of them yet and record a second goal. They'll be looking for that early here in the second half. Galina had to flip it back over his head, lost it, kicked back towards the touchline for Tiepo.
You know, in terms of the technical difficulties, Drew, it's the first home game of the year for everybody. Not just the players in the field. We are still getting up to speed here in the booth, and we will do our best to make up for it in the second half here for all you lovely people tuning in.
It's also the first home game of the season, and we're doing it without our usual technical producer, Marty Zuro, who is currently watching this game on YouTube from Iceland. So shout out to Marty.
Please come back. We miss you.
Please come. He should be right here in the seat where I'm sitting.
We are treading water over here, Marty. We are doing the best we can.
We're staying afloat, as are the Buffalo, and, well, really Brevard for the time being has been able to keep the Buffalo off the board outside of that one goal from Ferreira, a rocket from outside the box back in the first half. It was about the 12th minute of this contest. Tiepo going to send a long ball here. Going to be headed back. El Giorno charging in, but not in time. Curling switch made here. Fenelon passing back a little bit too far for Coke Zulap, who is now on it. Plays it forward. Andrade steps in. A little bit too far for Nico Diaz. Diaz, though, going to stay in pursuit as this ball goes back to Eckhart. Oh, by the way, Breno Correa subbing into the match here for the second half of the right back spot. Fabio Rodriguez, though, still on the field. Moving to a midfield position.
The stream is not streaming, right? The stream is not streaming. The stream is streaming? They just called and said Jennifer Giannakis is watching it and said the stream is not streaming.
Missed opportunity right there from Buffalo. As that one sails out the touchline.
And that one well dealt with by Galina. Tiepo playing it long and then flicked on there and just unable to get a hold of it. Nakamura picking this one up in the midfield. Ferreira playing wide. And a nice little spell of passing here down the right-hand side, which is something that we saw a lot of out of Brave in the first half, attacking down the right-hand side, and a great chance here, and just unable to get a ton of power behind it, but a good combination down the right-hand side from Brave SC as we open up the first half here.
This one flicked back by Fenelon. Andrade swinging in to pop it up into the air. Galina on the chase here.
And a
back toward midfield.
Great ball played by Galina all the way up to Rodriguez. Just taking about 5 or 6 Brevard players completely out of the play with one pass. And a dangerous ball in here.
Oh.
And a goal.
One into the net by Alvaro Carrera, picking up right where he left off last year.
And an assist, I believe, from Ferreira there with that curling ball played in from the right wing, celebrating.
Buff getting the love there on the sideline. Alvaro, though, already halfway to his goal total from last season. Was tied for the Buffalo lead in 2023 with 4 after working his way up from the second team, which plays in the UPSL. Arrived at Brave SC via tryout, and then worked his way up. Ended up winning Southeast Division Player of the Year honors.
And really well done there by the Buffalo. And a lot of the danger that they've created has come as a result of attacking down the right-hand flank, targeting the left side of Brevard's defense. And again, having success doing so there. Doubling the lead, that's really important this early in the first half. Now you're firmly in control. You can kind of play the way that you want to play. And hopefully go on and get a couple more and put this one well and truly away. Maybe we see Galena dealing with that one well. And then going all the way back to Tiepo. And latching onto this one in the midfield here, Diaz bringing it wide to the left, retaining possession with Belgiorno back to Galena. And Galena going on a little adventure here from the center back position and just unable to get a hold of that ball, with Garcia Galan ultimately collecting.
So he will undoubtedly send this one long.
And that should be a foul there.
And it will be.
Given against the Buffalo.
It was Breno Correa, the substitute, who came on to start the second half. And so this will be Kyuki in a fairly dangerous spot here. Kyuki saved by Tiepo. That one looked like it might have snuck under the bar there. For the brick wall. Up to the challenge right there.
Yeah, very timely intervention there. Well struck, by Kyuki. And Tiepo wall positioned well and doing a good job of getting across and getting 2 strong hands to that one to parry it away. And Kyuki taking the in-swinging corner here to try and get Brevard back into this game.
This one goes long, going to be headed out and away.
Oh, and a potential break on
Leaks
here
out
for
to
the
Ferreira.
Buffalo.
Trying to cross for Carrera. Carrera has to stop for it. He's still got 2 runners ahead of him.
Oh, what a
Tries to
great
play it up
ball.
for Usam, but a little bit too long. And Garcia Galan sending it back the other way to the other side of midfield. Now Andrade forward for Nakamura. And Carrera quickly has to give it back to Galena, but will receive it once again from him. Stephen Nicholas, by the way, in this game, subbed in at halftime for Brevard. So each team making one swap at the midway point.
And Galena again coming across second half, breaking up some promising attacks here from Brevard with a throw-in on the far side. think they're going to say that one just went out of play. Nakamura doing well to apply the pressure there, and the throw going the way of Brave SC.
Ball forward here for Rodriguez.
Really well controlled off the chest there, evading a couple players. And then finding your defensive midfielder, doing really well to switch the play, find the open space with Correa. Up to Diaz. Out to Ferreira, and then combining again. Really neat job down here on the right-hand side, something that we've seen a lot of as this game's unfolded. Really finding the combinations well down that right-hand side and doing a good job of attacking down here. And a nice spell of possession here for the Buffalo in the attacking half. Oh, and just unable to bring that one down. And a bicycle kick and a goal! Oh my goodness! What a strike! What have we just seen? Oh my goodness, what a strike. The danger once again coming down that right-hand side for the Buffalo. And initially looked like the chance had gone off of a really good cross. Unable to initially settle it, and the inventiveness from Rodriguez. Fabio Rodriguez pulling off the bicycle kick, extending the lead to 3-0 in some style. You do not do much better than that. And Rodriguez shifting up. He'd previously started the first half as Brevard here in. Oh, and just wide. And they're going to say no touch here, I believe. Or they are going to say Tiepo got a piece, preventing what surely would have been a goal, getting Brevard back into this game. But going back to what I was saying before, Fabio Rodriguez starting this game off at right back and a bicycle kick to extend the lead. A high one with a corner over everyone. And Lem picking the ball back up. Ford playing that one in. And Galena again, for what seems like the 20th time this half, doing very well to intercede there and stop a chance from materializing for Brevard. Nakamura applying pressure here in his own defensive third. Oh, and misplayed there. Ferreira able to pick this one up and find Correa. Looking for the return ball down the right from Carrera. Just not able to get that one right, and it ultimately goes out for the Brevard throw, and as we will have a substitution here. And it will be Augustine Yusum exiting the field of play here as we tick into the 60th minute. We do apologize, our score bug not quite working, having some technical difficulties today as Yusum exits the field. And entering the game, we have Louis Bradbury wearing the number 10. Entering the game for Augustine Newsome, and he will take up a residence in the center of the field here as Brevard with the attacking throw-in. Trying to get back into this game. And the Buffalo winning the free kick in the defensive third here.
Thank you. No, shouldn't be. No, absolutely not. That was like 15 minutes ago now.
Andrade to Tiepo restarting play here. Galena finding Bradbury and spraying the ball out wide to Correa. And playing all the way back for Tiepo here. The Buffalo just taking their time, stringing passes together, playing a ball forward for Rodriguez, who spins well on it, keeps possession, plays in. Oh, and a great save by Garcia Galan to deny Bradbury, who would have scored with one of his first touches after entering the field of play, but a great save by Brevard keeper Garcia Galan to stonewall him and keep this score at 3-0. Ball all the way back to Tiepo here. Out for Galena. Trying a long ball forward, but just can't quite connect. And Brevard playing that one out, happy to concede the throw-in. Working the ball out wide. And driving a defense here, slipping a ball in behind. Oh, and just unable to get on the end of it again. Once again, good work down the right-hand side here by Ferreira, Correa, and the rest of the Buffalo as Rodriguez gets ready to take this out-swinging corner kick. And Bradbury dancing in the box here. Just unable to get past his man, but well slid in and won by Rodriguez. Does a step over, plays the ball centrally, and having a hit, and maybe ill-advised, but again, plenty of danger here from Belgiorno and the rest of the Buffalo as we tick towards the 65th minute here. Garcia Galan getting ready to restart play. Garcia Galan taking this one short. And living a little bit dangerously here, and Brevard do turn the ball over. Correa working all the way back to his center back Andrade. And lots of time on the ball here. Brevard perfectly content to give these Brave center backs as much time as they want to pick out these long balls. And ultimately, Diaz not able to fully bring it under control, but Brevard bringing the ball forward and winning a free kick.
Andrade stepping in to make the foul there. Just want to say thank you to anyone who stuck with us through the additional technical difficulties that we had there. We had an internet loss. It should be back with you now if you were watching one of the live streams. And apologies, you missed one of the best goals, not just to this point in the season, but likely for the remainder of the USL League 2 season. We will have that up on Brave SC's YouTube channel. If not by later tonight, then certainly by some point tomorrow. That'll be available there for you to see, as well as the full replay of this game. We'll put that one up there for you as well. We want everyone to be able to enjoy our games. Buffalo up 3-0 right now. Rodriguez dangerously turning that one back towards the Buffalo goal, but then getting it cleared nicely. It's going to pop back forward by Lem, but now the Buffalo putting it on the ground, trying to get it forward. Belgiorno's pass, though, stopped. And Buffalo once again looking to win possession. With the right side, Kiyuki, his pass stopped. Cut off there. Nakamura and play this one back softly to Tiepo. And he'll have time to roll this out to Mateus Ferreira here on the right side. Ferreira, who scored the first goal of the match. In possession of it again, getting it back from Breno Correa. And once again, getting it back from Nico Diaz. Ferreira out to Diaz. Diaz taking it into the box. Played to Bradbury, who has it knocked away. Ferreira, though, going to track it down, keep the attack on, not going to wait for the throw. Line drive, sailing, headed out of the box. Nakamura swinging it over to the left side. Can Belgiorno get there in time? He cannot. And so it will be a throw-in now for Brevard.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give a special shout-out down here to the right-hand side of the stands. In the black, number 10 jersey, Mr. Matt Warner. Going all the way back down from South Carolina to be here for the Villages home opener. That's a commitment to the squad. He's also here for the Brevard SC home opener too. How about that?
Rodriguez dancing on this one in midfield, able to retain possession, playing wide for Correa. And he's got some options here as he drives towards the box, cuts inside. Finds Bradbury. Rodriguez taking on the shot at and a goal.
Rodriguez picking a spot right there, rolling it inside that right post.
Rodriguez at the double, not quite as spectacular as his last tally with the bicycle kick for the third goal, but Fabio Rodriguez with the brace, and Brave SC seems to have solved their scoring woes here in the second half, and sometimes it's exactly what you need. You need a game where a couple goals go in, you get some of that confidence back in front of the net with your finishing, and things just kind of move on from there. So Brave SC going up by a score of 4-0 with just over 20 minutes to play in the game here. Brevard playing this one long, trying to pick out a runner over the top, but the Brave center back's doing well to deal with it. Andrade carrying forward here and finding Correa. Oh, and a nice little flick. Ferreira with the back heel, excuse me. And these Buffalo players brimming with confidence. And trying to play that one long and just not quite getting it right. Running all the way through for Tiepo, who clears but can only find a black shirt. Battling in the midfield, Ferreira coming away with it here, playing a 1-2 with Diaz. And
that's a pretty clear foul right there, yeah.
Can't quite get away with that one, and he will not escape a booking. As the captain, Eckhart, for Brevard, picking up a yellow card for stopping a promising attack there for the Buffalo, and a quick restart by Ferreira, dancing through, trying to keep hold of this one, and playing advantage as the referee. As we've got a man down for the Buffalo here. And it is number 14, Carrera, wearing the captain's armband tonight. Brief stoppage in play here. And they will summon on our athletic trainer on site for the night, Steve Zimmerman, to examine the Buffalo captain, Carrera. who does look to be in some discomfort.
Ladies and gentlemen, one last time, I'd like to take this moment to recognize our sponsors. Alcott Chiropractic and Wellness Center, the Village's Health Conference, the V Clinics, the Standard, Viva Mexico Taqueria.
And thankfully, looks like it might just be a cramp here for Carrera. Typically what you see when they're straightening that leg out, pushing the foot back, suffering from a calf, possibly a hamstring cramp. It is a warm night tonight. It is humid. But Carrera up, able to walk off more or less under his own power. But we know those certainly don't feel good, but looks to have avoided anything more serious, thankfully. And Carrera trying to get those fluids in as he exits the field, and we will restart play here very shortly. And Carrera's night, I do believe, will be done here. As we've got a couple substitutes entering the field of play for the Villages here. We've got, I believe,
Substitution incoming for the Brevard SC. Number 9, Oscar.
we've got Oscar Rosano entering the field of play here wearing the number 9.
Also exiting, number 16, Yuki Nakamura.
Nakamura, number 16. His night is done. And Gabriel Bacan,
Last but not least, exiting the game, number 1, brick wall, Matthias Diaz. Entering the contest, number 12, Andrew Mueller.
Gabriel Bacan and Andrew Mueller both entering the game here for Brave SC as head coach Anderson De Silva rings the changes with just a little over 15 minutes to play in this one. Trying that long ball over the top, well cut out by Brevard. And a chance to maybe break at pace, but can't quite get it right. The Brave SC players doing well to hold this one up. Maybe a little cheaply given away there, but... And a free kick conceded by, I believe...
Also entering the contest for the Villages, Brave SC. Also entering the contest, number 28, Tomas Ramos. Number 2, Tavon Busenden.
The free kick conceded there by Iarte Ramos, recently entering the game here for Brave SC. Inkwiki and Eckhart standing over this one. It will be Eckhart driving this one in.
Missed a head and a foot.
A couple of different chances of that one, but ultimately unable to get any assorted body parts on that one, and it goes behind harmlessly for a goal kick for the Buffalo.
Andrew Mueller nearly picking up a knock on that as well. By the way, should be feeling right at home. Played his senior year of high school soccer on this very pitch. One of the Village's high school class of 2022, which went all the way to the regional finals against Bishop Moore. Played that game right here. You and I called that game actually together.
We sure did. We sure did. I'd almost forgotten about that. It was a much colder night.
Much colder
than
night.
it was tonight. On top of the press box, the wind whipping around us.
February wind.
Much more comfortable here tonight, although also much more susceptible to cramp, as we saw from from Carrera there earlier, as this one goes all the way through for Garcia Galan, and he will pick it up.
75 minutes gone in this one. Brave SC looking to see if they can put one more on the board, see if they can match the showing by their rivals, the Nona Longhorns. Beat Brevard 5-0 earlier this week.
And freely pressing here in Brevard's defensive third. Able to step through, and just maybe a breakdown in communication there, allowing Brevard to retain possession before ultimately being turned back over to Belgiorno.
And break up the field here, and a foul.
That should be a yellow, I would think.
I think
and
it will be
it
last
is
man.
Indeed. Belgiorno, I believe, picking that one up.
Not his first of the season either. By the way, I believe that was Nicolas with the run there. Showing off the speed there for Brevard. This is an interesting spot now for the free kick.
Yeah, an interesting time in the game as well, you know, with so many substitutions, particularly for Brave SC. You have seen the game has maybe become a little more disjointed than we saw for a lot of it. Some of the connections aren't quite as crisp as those players sort of familiarizing themselves with the flow of the game and what their teammates want to do. So an interesting time in the game here, and where you really need to sort of retain focus and keep the intensity up and not let things slip.
It was a good job by Rosano to head that one away out of the box. We'll have another substitution for Brevard, it looks like. See if we can get you a number at some point. I believe coming into the match there was Daniel Troney.
Bradbury driving forward here. Ooh, and just missing a chance to play that ball down the left wing there was Tavon Musenden.
Musenden seeing his first action of the season. Been on the 18 in all 3 games, but it's the first time that he's made it onto the pitch.
You can see Cramp claiming another victim here. It is that kind of night. Rosano doing the good deed of helping stretch out the calf and hamstring of Lem. Angelo Lem looks like he will continue for the time being, trying to fight through that cramp. And the play restarted with a drop ball. Galena circling over to Andrade, who now wears the captain's armband. Correa slipping a good ball through and just unable to bring it under his control at the first time of asking Bradbury, but ultimately able to cycle the ball back around. And Correa out for Bradbury, and a whistle here. I'm not sure what that was for. I believe looks like Koichi of Brevard coming up a little hobbled. And the referee is telling him, I'm not sure what he's telling him. Either sit down, get off the field. I'm not sure what the instructions are here
from from Steve Zimmerman here, who applied no medical attention whatsoever.
That is an interesting one. And he's telling him, rightfully so, I've stopped play. You have to exit the field. And there he goes. So an interesting one. A little bit of everything in this game. A bicycle kick, some interesting injury situations here, and 4 goals. So we've certainly provided you plenty of action tonight. But a nice ball slipped through and well held up by Rosano there.
Now it's Andrade up to Bacan. The right side for Correa. To Uriarte Ramos. Correa. Uriarte Ramos again trying to find somewhere to go with this one. Breno Correa going to try to switch the field here. Get out to the left side. That's closed quickly. Tevon Musenden.
Another stoppage play here. And I believe he's having words with
I believe that's Mark Nicole over there.
Brevard SC head coach Mark Nicole. And certainly animated here. The trio of the official Russell Miller, Mark Nicole, and Tevon Musenden. Again, I did say we're getting a little bit of everything in this one, and well, just got a little bit more. As Garcia Galan collects that ball, and we'll restart play here shortly. We have ticked past the 80th minute. We are under 10 minutes to play in regulation. Garcia Galan booting that one long, straight to Uriarte Ramos. The ball knocking around in midfield. Oh, what a slip there! A little turf monster.
Chance for Rosano here. And couldn't quite complete the cross into the middle for Bacan there. This makes it way back to Eckhart. Is it ahead for Nicolas? Gloss forward for Coxolap. And knocked away by Leo Andrade. Throwing it tipped away by Correa. Bacan trying to get out after it. Oh, nifty little move right there. A reverse nutmeg from behind.
Listen, man, you know, a little bit of everything. We've seen a little bit of everything tonight. Never a boring one here when you're covering these games.
Long pass over to the opposite side, trying to switch fields. Not a lot of space over there. Brevard in this later stage of the second half has done a good job of closing down those sidelines on the big switches. Bacan now playing ahead. Correa, I think, was offside anyway. The ball doesn't make it to him.
And looking for the early ball over the top here, but once again, as has been the case so often this half, really well dealt with by Galena. He has been all over the back line of the Buffalo tonight, snuffing out fires.
In pursuit of that one right there, but he's been struggling to get around Galena all evening.
A nifty little move there to chip that one by, but once again, Galena snuffing out the danger, and Correa winning a free kick in the corner.
Kind of bowled over right there as he was trying to chase that one before it went out for a Brevard throw-in.
Russell Miller.
Substitute.
Russell Miller, our official here, keeping a lid on things, keeping his card in his pocket that time, and
definitely warning Daniel Trani right there. For
saying, I saw it, I know what you did, but that's your one. This ball forward, and a great flick there by Rosano, just not quite able to latch onto it. Buffalo retaining possession of the ball here, trying to play that one in early. Well cut out by Brevard. And a neat ball played through the lines there, but not a great touch back, and Brevard.
Oh.
On the break here, but well saved by Andrew Mueller.
A job right there by the young man. Trying to preserve that clean sheet as we wind down on 85 minutes gone in this one. Doing his part to keep Brevard off the board.
And a really nice job by Brevard number 9, Ander Bengochea, working a shot there, but unfortunately right at Andrew Mueller, who did well to parry that away and then had plenty of defenders in the way to ultimately clear the ball there and clear the danger.
Quick Brevard throw in. Tap back the other way. Let me bounce around here right along the edge of Brevard's final third and deflected out of bounds off of a Brave SC player. Another quick throw in. Nicolas trying to settle this. Ooh, skipped off the shin there of Galina. And a good job by Correa of shielding Bengoechea from getting that one, allowing Mueller the time to slide in. Correa towards the center of the pitch here. Passes back to Galina. Up to Correa. To Bacan. Andrade. I think he was trying to pass that to Iriarte Ramos, who
wanted nothing to do with it.
At the very least, did a good job of at least setting the screen right there to allow that to make it to the opposite side of the pitch. But amazing that ball spent that much time on the ground.
Did not have much interest in playing that one himself. Lets it run all the way through, and now returns it to sender. Just trying to combine down the right-hand side there. Not quite able to get it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to follow our social media channels on Instagram, Facebook, and X to find out this game's man of the match.
And having a strike here, splitting the uprights, and might have come down with a touch of cramp there as a result of that shot. And a long trot for Garcia Galan to retrieve that ball behind the goal.
.5 minutes gone from this one. I imagine probably won't see the full allotment of stoppage time.
No, I would be surprised. I'd be surprised.
I think the referees are going to shave a little bit off of this one with the cramps and
get everybody out of here, go home, get a shower, get in bed.
3 second-half goals and multiple injury stoppages. You know, you're usually looking at 4 to 5 minutes. I don't think this one's going to be more than 2, just based on the situation in the game. Not much reason to put up more than 2 minutes of stoppage time. I know that FIFA and a lot of the top leagues are now trying to really play out every minute of wasted time at the end of contests, but I think for this evening,
a night like this, it's hot. Everybody's getting back into the swing of things. Let's not keep people out past their bedtimes here. You know, some of us have tea times in the morning, and we see the Buffalo pulling this one through, and briefly down after the play. Not sure who that is over there, but they're up now. Mueller with the ball, exchanging passes with Correa.
This is Correa.
Trying to flick that one through and in for Louis Bradbury. And Correa committing the foul in a dangerous area for Brevard here as we are ticking just under a minute from the 90th here.
This will be Tronny.
Playing that one in well cleared, and if they want to, a chance to break here.
Buffalo are on the run. This is Bradbury pushing it up the left side. Has to stop and turn it back.
Brevard doing really well.
Yeah, great
to marshal
recovery
some
there.
Players back there. Tons of black shirts flooding back to stem the Buffalo attack. And dancing through there and drawing a foul. Excellent work there by number 29, Gabriel Bacan. Winning a free kick in a dangerous area here for the Buffalo.
Let's see if they can put one more up in stoppage.
free kick played in here.
Oh!
My goodness. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And with that, Nico Diaz adds his second of the season, puts one away in stoppage time, and with that, Brave SC does, in fact, match Brevard SC's last result. It is now 5-0 for the second game in a row for the visitors from the Space Coast. Poor Buff doesn't even have 5 fingers on one hand.
What a strike there. A nice way to hopefully round off this game. Not entirely sure how much stoppage time we are due to play here, but the Buffalo making sure we are well entertained as the clock ticks down to the end of this game. Nico Diaz putting a nice bow on what's been a pretty convincing performance.
And we talked about the Buffalo needing, sort of a get-right game in a sense after 2 come-from-ahead draws and all of the chances that they've had this season and not being able to put those chances away. Finally doing so here tonight. And yes, it is against the team on the bottom of the table, but I think that they've at least convinced themselves that they are capable of doing what they've done here this evening, which is what they thought they were going to be able to do all along. So confidence definitely restored after a couple of tough results to start off the campaign.
Well, absolutely. And, regardless of the standings, soccer is a game, and this league is one where, anything is possible on any given day. You might not often see teams towards the bottom of the standings beat teams that are, maybe towards the top or traditionally have better seasons, but anything really is possible, and you have to take every game seriously, which is something that we spoke about a little bit before this game started. And so nice to see them not only just creating chances, but I know one of the really important things was putting those chances away. Getting opportunities hasn't really been a problem this year. It's been scoring them. So to have that 5-goal scoreline is something that's absolutely encouraging going forward, regardless of the opposition, as the whistle blows for full time. And this one will be a 5-0 win for the Brave SC Buffalo over Brevard.
Well, that will do it. 5-0, the final score. The Buffalo will be back in action a week from tonight. They'll be here for a rematch with Brookhouse FC. If you can't watch that one live, you will be able to catch it on our YouTube channel. And then also for Brevard SC, they will be going on the road once again. They're also facing Brookhouse next. They'll just see them 3 days before the Buffalo do. They'll be in Winter Park to take on the Lions on Wednesday. Once again, the final here from the Villages, Brave SC 5, Brevard 0. It has been a pleasure being with you this evening, Ben, and thank you to everyone who watched tonight. We hope that we'll see you out here at a game soon, but if not, we're looking forward to bringing you the rest of the season on Brave SC TV. Have a great night.